G'day and welcome to Duckzorly Gaming and FS19. How are you everyone? Daniel Jones, Fabio, Jason, hello to you all. We are finally here. We have downloaded, updated, set up our steering wheel and we are ready to go. So, now there's many things I want to do and say about Farming Simulator 19 already before even playing it. That will come in either later streams and videos. What we're going to do today is we're just going to dive straight in, have a look at all the stuff, go and have a bit of a play with it and just see exactly how it works. Now, it's also going to be guided by you guys. So, what we are going to do is you will have options at certain times to tell me what we're going to do. So, for instance, how we're going to start and all that sort of stuff. Okay, let's get one thing straight. The H word, they will not be an option. Okay, so don't ask, because Nightbot will time you out. Right, all that's done. Okay, let's get into it. So, same as what we had previously, we have career, multiplayer, tutorials, mods, achievements, options, credits, all that sort of stuff. Nothing's really changed that much from Farming Simulator 17 in that regard. Obviously, if we go to mods, it doesn't look like there's much in there, strangely enough. Alright, the GUI though, GUI straight off the bat is very nice. It's clean, it's crisp, we do like it. Options, we go through the options. So in here, one of the interesting things I did find out is, in fact actually, I think, is the music too loud, guys? Rob, I won't stop Nightbot from banning you. It's as simple as that, he will. Where was the music? Let's stop that down. Alright. Yeah, okay, Jason, no worries. It'll be a very short stream then. Okay, so what I wanted to show you here is one of the interesting things is obviously we're running the G27 and the Cytec control panel. Now, normally when you went through and did the controls, you had it all in the one area. It is a lot better in this version. If I go to the controls here, this is the keypad controls in here, which is all fine and dandy. But you'll notice, and I noticed when I first went to try and actually apply the key bindings for the Cytec panel, it wasn't working. I'm like, well, that's a bit weird. You have a secondary control over here, gamepad controls. So you come over here, and this is where you set up all your controls for your side panel and your steering wheel and all that sort of stuff. So that's great, and then you've also got this secondary area here where you can set up the Cytec side panel control deck and the G27 as well. Now, for some reason, it looks like I might drop the G27 off again. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know what's going on there. So I have to see if oh, there we go, switch device. There you go. That's how you do it. So you switch between your devices to set them all up. Now, I think that's a much better way of laying it out. So kudos to Giants, the UI is so much better than what it was previously. So it's more intuitive and better laid out, all that sort of stuff. Okay. Now, I haven't looked at advanced graphics details. Let's just up that. I'm going to leave most of it there actually because I don't really want to go through and restart everything like I just have. It'll come back up. So we won't do that again. Okay. Unfortunately though, I'm running 4K and I can only stream in 720p, so you're not going to get to see how good it does look. So you just have to take my word for it when we do go through it. Alright, let's get back. Alright, let's get into it. Let me just check the chat. Hey Fabio, how are you? Do I need to update my FS19 because I have FS19 version 1.1? There is a day one patch, as I'm led to believe. I'm running the Steam version. I'm not running my collector's edition that arrives later on this afternoon. So I couldn't tell you 100% for sure, but I believe from what I've been told is yes, there will be a Steam, a day one patch. All right, so let's get in and have a look at a career. So these are the different, well, these are your save games. There's nothing different there, so let's just go into there. These are your 3 different ways you can start. Now, it has been mentioned previously. Oh, by the way, Discord is open for anyone who wants to join in Discord. But please be aware that there won't be too much banner. We're just trying to get through it originally and go through this stuff. So there's the new farmer. You already own the land and some equipment in Ravenport, and we'll teach you how to play Farming Simulators. That's where the tutorial is, and you're playing on Ravenport. Farm Manager, starting with substantial funds but no land, no buildings and no equipment. It's up to you to decide what your farm will look like. And then there's the start from scratch. Your starting capital is very limited and you don't own any land or equipment yet. The economy is tough, prices are low, gameplay elements are on the most realistic setting. Okay, I don't think we're going to do that today. Mainly because of the fact we want to actually sort of experience everything. So what we might do is, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to do New Farmer or Farm Manager? I do like background music though. New Farmer or Farm Manager, guys? I think chat's delayed. I didn't up it to the lower latency one. Still waiting. Let's go Farm Manager. Alright. So, do we want to do Ravenport or Fellsbrunn? I'm not so sure. DC says start from... Go, DC. Start. Oh, I just said I'm not doing start from scratch because we want to get into the stuff. We don't want to be battling with trying to make money. So we'll do Farm Manager. And I think a lot of the stuff was done on Ravenport for the early streams from Virtual Farmer and Simulate. So I think what we might do is we might just go to Fellsbrunn. Now, the thing is too, with the building the farms, one of the things that was pointed out, and I'm assuming it's going to happen with the default builds, is that you do have different houses and barn styles and all that for the different maps. So that'll be interesting to see. But anyway, let's just get into it. I know you're the obligatory troll. That's all right. Right, let's set up our character. Let me have a look. Where's my green? It's got to be green. Hat. Let's go. Oh, was that a crone hat? No. It's got to be a crone hat. Because you know what the first thing we're going to do is, don't you guys? Come on. I'm not wearing a John Deere one. No chance in the proverbial. Crone, there we go. Jacket. Oh, I don't mind the jacket. Okay. Sunglasses. Yeah, I look pretty cool with sunglasses. Alright, that'll do us. Alright, there's my Mahindra. Is there anything I get to select? And let's start. Now I'm a bit torn because not only have we got Farming Simulator 19 out today, we've also got the DLC for Jurassic World Evolution out today, and Battlefield 5 comes out today. And I've been spending a absolute crapload of hours in Fallout 76 as well, because I'm absolutely loving that. Contrary to all the bad reviews and the shit press you see and all that sort of stuff. But yeah. So by the way, if anyone does have Fallout 76 and they want to team up, then give me a shout out. I'm more than happy to team up and play. I'm doing a lot, like I said, a lot of hours on it. Probably slightly less now that this is out. But by the same token, I probably also don't plan to do 3,500 hours on Fallout Farming Simulator 19 like I did 17 either. Alright. What's wrong with the John Deere? Well, let's not start. Has everyone seen the video where someone actually broke the John Deere in Farming Simulator 19? Sitting back on its hunches, the front axle's off. Anyway. You have enough money to start the farming business of your dreams. What will your specialty be? Arable farming, breeding, livestock, forestry, or a bit of everything? The choice is yours. First, buy some land, buildings, and the necessary tools. Then sell your products and expand your farm. Okay. So, we've now got to work out how to buy land. So, let's have a look. So this is when you press the escape button, you come up with lands and map overview. So this has just got fields, has it? I don't know. We'll work it out. Your prices. So remember, there's all new icons as well. So you have to learn all these new icons. Now, for those of you that are part of the Simulation Gaming Society, Jerry put together a nice one-pager, so you can use that to use that as a cheat sheet. But this shows you all the normal as we had before. One of the additions that you will see straight off the bat is Silo's owned total capacity and Silo's other total capacity. So this is actually tying in for like your multiplayer where you don't have access to other players' farms, all that sort of stuff, I'm guessing. So that's all good. But other than that, it's all pretty much the same. Red and green for high and low prices. That's all pretty good. Vehicle overview. So I'm not sure what the icons here are standing for. Maintenance, I'm assuming. Who owns what, possibly. Don't know. Anyway, we'll find that out once we've got some vehicles. Our finances, income and expenditure. Our animals, we have no pens or animals yet. So obviously, it's not going to show anything up because we've got to build our pens. Contracts, so these are our contracts that we can do. Now, as has been pointed out, if you're not already aware, with the contracts, you don't have to do them in one go. So you can start a contract, then you can go off and do something else, then you can come back and finish your contract later on. You don't have to do it in one hit. You can use your own equipment, you can use leased equipment, or you can use the equipment that they're going to give you, as I understand as well. But we'll get into that some other time as well. Statistics, same as before, just your standard statistics and all that sort of stuff as you get in game. Your game settings, so let's have a look at this. This is probably going to be important for us all. Time scale, that's nothing new there. Traffic on or off, nothing new. Dirt, normal. Automatic engine start, turn that off. Stop and go braking, off. Fuel usage, default low, so default we'll leave it on. Helper refill fuel, so we're buying at the moment, that's fine for today. Plant growth, normal, fast or off, and slow, that's fine. Plant withering on as normal. Periodic ploughing, lime required. So this is the new one. Okay. So this is virtually to replace the periodic ploughing as I was understanding it originally. But now they're both there. I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that and work out exactly what that is. So you may well need to do the ploughing and the lime concurrently. I was under the impression initially, early on, that you would plough after for the first transition, and after the first growth cycle, instead of having to plough it again, you can just lime, and that will give you the same yield as if it would if you're ploughing. So we'll have to check on that and see how that works. Weeds on or off, and autosave interval. All right, that's all well and good. General settings, so Windows, money units, so we want dollar, measuring units, kilometers, area unit, acres, all that sort of stuff. Vehicle only, radio, so we're going to have to turn the radio off. It's already off. Radio volume, GUI volume, input help mode, all that sort of stuff. Switch to trains, we're going to turn that off for now. Okay, and keyboard controls. So you've got access to the keyboard controls, which this is the good thing. You have access to the keyboard controls within the game. You don't have to go back out to the main menu to alter your key changes. So that is a fantastic addition. And then there's the help, which is similar to what we had previously, but obviously it's going to go through with all the new stuff, and it's showing off all that wonderful new equipment. Right, where's the big M? They haven't shown the big M. That's it. Slam this game. All right, anyway, out we go. So let's see if we can work out how to buy a field. Oh, that's another thing too. So, Farming Simulator 17, we were using the minimap mod, and that's what we used to look at the minimap. Actually, no, it's not. I'll disregard that. Just disregard what I was going to say. I was going to say it was similar, but I'm getting ahead of myself. It's not. I'll forget about that. All right, let's go back here and work out what we need to do. Filters. Right, there you go. So once we go back to to land. So we got map overview, which we're in now. Then we go to lands. Once we go to lands, we can click on different areas to buy the land, I'm assuming. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy that. So there we go. So down here, space to buy. Our balance is 1.2 million, and our value for the land there is 530,000. Is that right? Yep. So we're going to buy that. And what else we got? 192. No, we're not going to buy that because we're going to need to buy some equipment. All right. So let's go to the shop now. Sorry, Fabio says, since I have FS19 from Giant's website, I think when the new updates it will send me a notification. I'm not too sure, Fabio. I've always only had the Steam version, except for the DLCs. So the best you can do is when you get your download code and key, download it, and it may prompt you to go update. I don't know. Now we will do a video on all the equipment. We'll go through all that, but the first thing I want to do and look at is the Big M. There it is. It's 380,000. It's going to almost break us straight away, so I won't buy it yet. Yes, I will. Right, how do I buy it? Whoops, what happened then? Press the wrong key. Oh, that's right. Double click on it. Then we get the 3D view. Now this is a wonderful thing with this new version of the game. You get the 3D view. Now, what you don't get to see, in fact, what we'll do is we'll buy that first. Yes, of course we want to buy it. I'll go back here. I'll go back to one of the tractors now. Let me see. What have we got? Oh, we want one of the big tractors. Large tractors. No, we don't want the John Deere. Right, let's go the Challenger. Now, what you get to see now with the 3D view is as you make changes, you will see changes to the actual tractor in the 3D view. So as I change the wheels, it actually changes. So you know exactly what the configuration is you are going to get when you take it out of the shop. Now, the same goes for the colouring. So if we go back here and we go, can the Fendt? No. Where's one we can change colours off? Engine setup, wheel setup. Nope. Where's one where I can change colours? The Voltra. Oh, I think I went to the wrong place. That's all right. Anyway, so just ignore what I'm doing. Right, so we can change the wheels, right? So that's all changed. That's all nice. The rims. Oh, they got the pink. We don't need Stevie to do his pink colour now. They have pink as a colour in the game. Wonderful. And yellow. So straight away, you can actually see exactly what the colour of it's going to be when it comes out. So when we had all the different colours of green, for instance, and you were trying to work out which one was going to match or whatever else, you didn't know until you actually bought it, then you had to possibly sell it and then redo it again. Whereas now you are going to get the direct representation of exactly what you're going to buy. Okay? So that's it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get back out of there. Back. All right, now where's my... Let's tab. Oh! What? The game has broken. We've broken it. Officially, we've broken Farming Simulator 19 already. That's interesting. All right, bear with me 2 secs. I'm just going to have to try and get rid of this and restart it. Yep, he's dead. Not responding. Right. there we go. So we're how many minutes in? Not many minutes in, and we've broken it. All right. And didn't save the game because it didn't. All right. Save my character at least. Start. Can't believe I've broken it that quick. That does not bode well. I'm sorry. No, it's not because I got the big M. If that's the reason, then I won't be playing Farming Simulator 19 much more because I have to have the big M. It's quite simple. There is no, it's not an option. I'm very disappointed though that it's broken already. Thank you, Fabio. I'm glad you like the new logo. At least I've had one person give me some positive feedback on it. All right, let's try again. So we're going to go to the map. We're going to buy our land. I'll buy that. Yes. What we might do first off though is we might all right, my keys are not working for some reason too. Let me see. Walk forward is supposed to be W, but W is not working. Right, I can't walk forward or back. I think there are some serious issues. Alright, let's go see if I can purchase a tractor. Alright, so I got the tractor that time. And I can use my key. I'm just testing the keys because... No, Aiden, you can't get a free copy of the game. I don't even know why you bothered asking me for a free copy of the game. But you won't be getting one from me. Alright, let's see how the steering wheel goes. Alright, so we got working again. I don't know what's going on. When that starting point, I could not walk forward or back. But at least I could tab in. Now, what I can tell you straight off. Now, I know it's not easy to see with the 720p standard. In 4K, definitely, this is very crisp and very clean. The cab is beautiful. It's very, very clean looking. See if we can have a look at some of the detail without running off the road. Yeah, it's really, really nice. So certainly isn't a problem with that, which is good. Don't buy the big M, David. Is that right? Well, you know what? I'm certainly going to buy the big M again very, very soon because I want to test out whether it actually is a bug. maybe that's why Virtual Farmer didn't show off the big M for me like I asked him to before him going over. Maybe because it's a known bug. We'll find out. Alright, so this is where we are. We're at the field. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive up on the... Let's have a look at this. So one of the things that was pointed out was as you're driving over the grass, it will tend to push the grass down out of the way, which it is doing. You see that? Sort of. So just the front of the tractor, it is pushing the grass out of the way at the front. Alright. Now, let's look at the model for a minute. It does look very nice, but I will say that even though it is brand new, it does look probably a little bit more plasticky than I would have probably liked. I mean, I don't know. It's up to you guys to sort of decide that when you actually get the game. But yeah, it does look. Maybe it's just the lighting. Maybe it's a matter of getting used to the new lighting. I mean, with the reflections on the glass, which does look quite good and realistic, actually, I must admit. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. All right, we'll jump out. I still can't walk forward and back. Okay, so there's a problem there. There's definitely a problem there. Can't walk forward or back. So, right, let's see if I can get this. This could be, if I can't walk forward and back, it's not going to work at all because I'm not going to be able to place anything. Right. Save controls. Now, I still can't walk forward or back. All right. Might be a bug entry to Giants. Anyway. All right. What we're going to do now is we're going to see if we can place some placeables. So we're going to... placeables. So, yes, back in the shop. So, I didn't go through this before. Sorry, I meant to. So when you come into the shop now, you don't just get presented with the basic window we had previously. You now have four or five options at the top. So you have the brands, you have the vehicles, you have the tools, you have objects, and then you have placeables. Okay. Now you can trigger between all of those using the Q and the E key. You can use your mouse or you can use your game panel or game controller. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to head on over here to placeables. We are going to first put a farmhouse down. So we're going to double click on the farmhouse. There's our farmhouse. And we're going to ruin some of our grass. But we'll put a farmhouse. We'll put him there. Alright. So as you said, we can only have one per family. But there's our farmhouse. It's there ready to go. Not that I can walk in and out. It's really frustrating, this is. But there's our farmhouse. All right. So we all know there's a problem with terrain forming and all that sort of stuff. I'm not going to get started onto this. I've got a rant about this coming in the next episode or two that I do. Game panel as in the SciTech game panel DC. What we'll do is we'll put down some sheds. So we'll put down this one here. Is it going to fit there? This terrain cannot be deformed here. So this is where the limitations come in with this. So it does become a bit problematic, I guess. I'll rotate this around. It's actually quite a big shed. I didn't realise it was that big. Anyway, that's okay. So as you can see, you go through 3 different colours of placement. Red means obviously you can't place it there. Yellow is, let's bring it up. So it goes to yellow. It's just struggling to do it. So it's trying to get there. And then green is okay. So we're going to put that there. All right, so now we've got our farmhouse. We've got a big shed there ready to go. The only thing we need at the moment is our silo. So we'll put a silo in. And we've got a choice of a few of these. We've also got the bunker silos, the silage clamps. So what we're going to put in is we're going to put in a large grain silo. No, we're not. We've only got $234,000 left. So we're going to have to go small. All right, what we'll do is we're going to put that out here. Put it right beside the farmhouse. No, we won't. Won't allow us. Won't allow us. That'll do. Okay, now this is where it bugs me. Okay, let's have a look at this. So, it's had to flatten the land for the silo, which is fine. But now, again, not being able to walk forward or back is really painful. So now we get this great big deformed area at the house. Not ideal. Not ideal. But anyway. Alright, so we've got that. Now I can't buy him a big M either. Bugger. Alright, so what have we got now? Let's have a look at the farm. And, oh, typical. I've picked the sugar beet field, haven't I? Oh dear. Dear Lord, why did I pick a sugar beet field? They got 78,000 left. Right, so we're going to be starting a new game anyway. I just wanted to show you some of the basic stuff off. But yeah, so let's just go back. Oh, this is really annoying. See, now it'll work when I drive the tractor with my forward and back key, W and S key. Oh, actually, that looked really good. No worries, DC. Take a note of how the tractor reacts and the driver reacts on his seat. I think that's really good. So you can see the seat is bob, and that's just as I would probably expect it. That's really good. I like that. Let's see what it's like in camera, in cab. A little bit of bobbing around. That's okay. All right. Yeah. Anyway, enough mucking about. All right, let's go back and have a look at some of the equipment and that now, because there's no real point getting stuck into it. So these are the brands. So we've got lots of brands. Now, again, I've got a rant video coming because I've got a big one I'm preparing to do to sort of cover this. But I think it's a little bit cheap of Giants to say, yeah, we've got 100 brands or 100 plus brands in the game, but they've started adding things like tyre brands. I mean, what's next? I mean, now the funny part is, on their website, when they're quoting they've got 100 plus brands, they actually list the tyre brands, the Nokian and Michelin and all that sort of stuff. But they're not listed here because they're not actually in game. They're only available on the tractors. So it's like, what are they going to do next? Start advertising for Cummins and Caterpillar because they've got engines in the different tractors. I mean, like, come on, guys. Bit cheap and nasty trying to get your brands up by that way. Anyway, all right, small tractors. So we've seen most of these now. So we've got the Fiat, we've got the Valtra, the Fendt, the Stara, which is from the Platinum DLC pack from Farming Simulator 17. We've got the T5 series from New Holland. We've got the Lindner, Massey Ferguson, Armotrack. That's a new brand into the series. Fendt and Valtra. That's the small tractors. The medium tractors, we've got the K7200 Pro. We've got the T6 from New Holland. We've got the Maxims from Case. We've got the Steyr Profis. We've got the John Deere 6M. The Stara again. We've got the Valtra, Massey Ferguson 7700, the 700 Vario, the Puma series, the wonderful Fast Track 4220 from JCB, the 6R series from John Deere. So we've got two medium tractors from John Deere. Okay. The large tractors, we've got the 7R series from John Deere. We've got the Optum series from Case, the T7 series from New Holland, the Steyr Terrace. We've got the Series 9 from Deutzfahr, the Massey Ferguson 8700, the T8 from New Holland, the 900 Vario from Fendt, the Valtra S series, the John Deere 8R series, the Fast Track 8330, the Magnum series from Case, 1000 Vario from Fendt, the 8RT from John Deere, the MT 700 Challenger, the Fendt 900 and the T9 New Holland, and the two other big challenges, the MT800E and the 900E, and the Fendt 1100 MT, and of course the big case quad tracks. Careful, Klein, you'll get banned. Nightbot's gonna do it. All right. So that's all well and good. Now, the other thing I wanted to have a look at was the harvesters. Now, one of the things they've slipped in that we hadn't really caught until they started doing the live streams ready for the release of Farming Simulator 19. Very early on, they gave a screenshot of this ideal combine as a Massey Ferguson. Then, not long after, they had a screenshot of the the Fendt version. And one of the things I said on my FS19 hype channel in Discord was, "Are we getting both brands?" Noting it was an ad code, da 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 da. And as it turned out, we certainly were. So now we have the ability to have either the Fendt or the Massey Ferguson combine. Now, for those of you that aren't aware, Fendt and Massey and Challenger are all part of the Agco brand, and Agco GmbH, and therefore their stuff can come out in Ultimate brand. So basically, like the Fendts and the Massey Fergusons, they have similar machinery inside them as well. So they have similar engines and layouts and all that sort of stuff. The other thing they threw in the other day is there's also the Challenger version. So that's been added as well. So you actually have 3 different types of ideal combines you can have depending on which brand you actually like the most, which is just basically the badging. The combine itself is exactly the same. It's just the branding's on the side of it. So you can have the Fendt, the Massey Ferguson, or the Challenger. And you got the 8T and the 9T. Okay? So that's good. Really happy with that. I think that's a fantastic addition. I mean, the reality of it is, as we know, with most motor vehicles and stuff like that, you've got a motor vehicle that's made by one company and it's rebadged for multiple companies in various parts of the world. So the fact that they've actually doing that and putting that in gives more flexibility for people that like some brands more than others, and all that sort of stuff. So I do like the fact they've done that. So kudos. See ya, Klein. He's stream jumping, I think. All right. So with the combines, we have the ideal. That's the top end. We have the venerable New Holland CR1090. That was my favourite combine in Farming Simulator 17 until we started getting some of the mods, and particularly the class. The actual flow, we have the John Deere S790, and then we also have the John Deere T560. You remember all the tiers we had not long back when they said there was only going to be the one John Deere combine? Makes me wonder whether they just rushed in the T560 to soak up all the tiers and make everyone a little bit happier. We had the Rostal Smash, and we had the small Massey Ferguson Activa. We have the small Nova from Rostal Smash, and we have the New Holland TX32 and the Bison. Okay. All right. So forage harvesters, we're going to have a look at those. We have 3 of those. We have the Rostal Smash, the New Holland, and the Chrome. We're not going to get too far into those. And again, we are going to go into this more in depth in a couple of other videos coming up. We have the Lizard trucks, which are basically Kenworth / Mack lookalikes. Another big Lizard there. We have the Roadrunner. So we have the Roadrunner, the Hulk, and the Warrior from Lizard. We have the Phoenix and from Tatra, and we have the Man TGS as well. So that's okay. They're a nice little assortment now, not just having 1 or 2. Sugarcane, we've got the case sugarcane harvester back again, which is great. Those of you that saw my final episode on Beaver Creek, it's one of the last bits of equipment we used on Beaver Creek. Beat technology, so we've got the Ropers back. So we've got the Panther 2 and the Tiger 6XL. We also have the Mouse 5, which is great, but I just wish it was actually implemented the way it should be. And we have the Holmers as well. So we have the Pterodos T4 and the Terrafellis. So, all good. All good. Potatoes, we've got the Grimy. So that's all good. Nothing new there. Well, I mean, it is new, but more importantly, we have the Cotton technology. So we have the Cotton Module Express. So this pumps out nice big modules. They're not normally referred to as bales, but effectively just a huge kick-ass rectangular bale, which is all good. Now, along with that, and it'll be under trailers. Let's see if we can find it here, possibly. Nope. Right, where is it? Got to find the cotton. Here we go, cotton. Right. So we have 2 cotton trailers to pick up those big cotton bales. So we have the small module 4. This picks up 1 cotton module, and this one over here does 2, I believe. Yeah, 2. So that's for this one here is for your tractor, and this one here is for your semi trailer. So nice and easy. All right, get back out of there. We're not. Well, don't want to do that. I want to stay back in here. We want to go back to the tractors and the vehicles. So we've done that. Forestry machines. We have the MAN TGX. We have the Komatsu. Komatsu is the new brand in FS19. So we have the 875, which is the transport trailer. Picks up with the crane and the claw, and then puts it in, transports them out. And then we have the woodworking beast, very much the same as the Ponzi Scorpion King. So we have 3 of those to choose from, because we also have the Sampo Rosenlu. Is that how you pronounce it? Anyway, all good. All right, what else we got? Animals. We've got lots of animal stuff. We got the Fast Cut. That was also in Farming Simulator 17, so that's not really new. Crop protection. So these guys here, these are actually for dealing with your weeds, your stage 2 weeds, and also for fertilization. So they're handy. The Rubicon 9000. I love that machine. I saw that not so long ago here at a big agricultural show, and that is huge, and it's a lovely piece of kit. I really do like that. So I love the refilling trigger mechanism. So it'll be interesting to see if that actually activates and you can use that. Mowers. Well, we've got the big M450. I mean, it's the only mower that's there, and it's great. I mean, we're going to get into that soon enough. Front loaders. We've got the Kramer, which is all we've got there. Wheel loaders, we've got the New Holland, and I think that's a lovely looking beast. Let's have a look at that. There it is there. A lovely looking piece of machinery. Looking forward to using that one as well. What else we got? Back again. Telehandlers. We've got the Manitow, and where is the forklift? There it is. Okay. So we've got the Manitow telehandler, sorry, and the Massey Ferguson. So we've got the Massey Ferguson 9407. They've got 2 Manitows there, or Manitous. But more importantly, we now also have the forklift. So that's great. Now, we had, yeah, I've got to get this right. Peter J. Modding put out a modified Massey Ferguson tractor as a forklift. Not so long ago, Farming Simulator 17, and we've been using that a lot. But it's nice to have an official one in game. So looking forward to playing with this one as well. There's the Nawaru mouse as part of the old roper as well. So looking forward to playing with that one again. Skid steer loaders. We haven't got the JCBs this time around. We've got the New Hollands. We've got a wheeled version and a tracked variant. So we've got the old 218 and the C232. So we won't be using those so much here because we have trouble driving them basically. All right, and lastly we're going to have a look at the cars. We've got an old 1978 pickup, 2014 pickup, and we've got the Mahindra. Okay, so for those of you that got the, I think it's just the collector's edition, we'll have the John Deere. And we'll have that once we receive our collector's edition later on today. So yeah, anyway, not that we'll be driving it much because it's John Deere. G'day Jack Murphy. What you man? Yes, I'm a man. Is the game good? So far it's good. I have a couple of little issues with it, but number one, we crashed it within the first 5 minutes. But so far, yeah, it's good. This is just a first look, just showing everything off, and then we're going to get into it very soon, into the actual gameplay of it. We're just looking over the equipment at the moment. So we have a plethora of tools. I mean, look at this. We've got a whole pile of tools, and I do love the new look and feel of the shop. I think it looks great. Trailers, nothing new there other than the fact that there are all our tipper trailers. So we've got the Wilson trailers now. They've come in. We've got the Load King. So they're new to the franchise basically. The Crones there, Stroutman, the Crampy, all that sort of stuff, which is good. Fort Street, that's a new one to come in as well. Auger wagons. Now that's not one we'd seen. We haven't been previewed that one. No comment, David. That's there. The Ninja 19,000. That's the baby brother of the Ninja Reboke. I love the Reboke. I'll find out in a second, and I really hope the Reboke's in here. But that's a little brother to it, and that's not bad. We got the Kinseys, 851 and the 1051. They look quite nice as well. And we have the big Elmer Hallmaster. So unfortunately, we haven't got the Reboke Ninja. That's a real shame because I really do like that one. But anyway, so that's okay. Headers. So this is all the headers we've got for our combines. Now, what we should also find up here when we go to the AGCOs. So remember when we looked at the ideal, we had the choice of the 3 brands under AGCO. So in here as well, we have the ability to choose whether we've got the Fendt, the Massey Ferguson, or the Challenger header as well. Okay, so that little bit of added detail is good to see. Be quite easy for them just to put the generic out there. So we've got all the standard headers. We've got the John Deere, we've got the Case, the New Holland, all that sort of stuff. So for the appropriate combine. Corn headers, here we go. We got those again. Ziegler's a new one, so we got the Corn Champion Ziegler. We haven't seen that one before that I'm aware of, unless it was in Farming Simulator 15 or before. Capello's there, John Deere, and New Holland, so that's all good. Forage harvester headers, so this is for the forage harvesters. So we've got the Pottinger, the New Holland, the Krone, the Capello, the Kempers. I don't think we've had Kemper as a brand before. No, I won't say it. Go away, David. Don't be nasty. Potato Technology, he's just baiting me. We have the Keeler 2, the Roper Keeler 2, that's back. And then we have the Grimy equipment, which is good. Beet Technology, that's the headers for the beet, for the ropers. Sugarcane Technology, now this will be interesting to see what we've got left out of this. The billet planters are back, the driveless is back, the Lizard single row harvester is back. All 4 of the sugarcane trailers are back too, so that's good to see. We've got pretty much the entire stock of the sugarcane harvesting stuff back, which is good to see. I'm quite happy with that. Cotton Technology, we looked at that just briefly before. Plows. So the difference is now we've got the plow. So there are all the plows we've got, which is all well and good. We then have the cultivators, which is all through here as well. So we've got the Starras and we've got the Bedner and all that sort of stuff. That's all good. We then have the disc harrows. Okay. So we have those as well. And then we also have the power harrows. Okay. And then we also have the subsoilers. So we have a bigger variety, and they're not just all clumped together under the 1 or 2 groupings like we had previously. So which is very good to see as well. What's my favourite tractor? My favourite tractor is the Claas Xerion 5000, and it's not in game, and we're not very happy. I'm hoping that Smetty or one of the boys will be very quick in bringing that out so we can have our Duckzorly Xerion back at work. Alright, seeders, we have the Amazon, the Vaderstat. Agromass, I think, is also a new one. Kuhn. Horsch is back. Lemken. So we have a vast array. So these are the Seedhawk. So remember the Seedhawk came out with the Big Bud series. Vaderstat actually bought out Seedhawk, and they've now redone those units in their own colours. But that's basically exactly the same as the Seedhawk we had previously. So planters, again, Amazon, Kavernland, Lemken. That's a new one there, the Solitaire. That's an additional tank. That actually looks quite nice. More Vadestat, Horsch, so that's all good. Crop protection. So this is for our fertilisation and lime and all that sort of stuff. So that's all through there. The Hardy. So the Hardy's a new one. Actually got to have a look at this one as well. So nice to see. Fertilizer technology. So the spreaders. That's all there. It's fortunate that our Horsch isn't there. The Horsch pack. Manure spreaders. Samson's is there, Kuhn, FarmTech, and Strautmann. Slurry tanks. So we've got the Garants, which is good to see them back. We've got Joskin. We've got a Zune hammer. We've got the Zuning disc that goes with the Zune hammer. We've got the Samsons now. Then this looks really, really nice. I do like the look of the Samson. Lots of Samson gear. And then we have the Veenhuis. Or Huis. No, John Deere's not better. Don't get me started, David. It's very early. All right. What else we got? We've got we're on the weeders. So these is going to be used. So previously we did have the weeders. Now they weren't really used to their full extent in Farming Simulator 17. So I mean they could have been used, but it wasn't really much point. Whereas now they do have to be used because you will have, if you haven't already seen some of the videos previously, you will have weeds growing up in your crops. So you have two stages of weeds. The first stage of weeds you can get rid of by using these weeders. The second stage is where you have to go out and spray them. Okay. If you have the weeds on your crops, it will affect the yield you get off your crops. I don't remember what it was. I think it may have been 10% and 20%, depending on the stage. But anyway, well, I'll have to confirm that and get back to you on that. But they look very good. So we're looking forward to doing that. The mowers, well, we have the old favourites are back. The New Holland disc spine, the Kuhn, and the Pottagers. Tedders. We've got the three basic Tedders. We've got the Vicon, we've got the Kuhn, and the Pottinger of the various sizes. The windrowers, Pottinger, Kuhn, and the Lely. And we've got the Merge Max back, which is good to see. I did like that. That was in the Kuhn DLC. I did like that windrower. All right, halfway there, or just over halfway. Loading wagons. We've got the Strautmann, as you can tell. We've got the Bergman. The Shooty Maker. Pronounce that another way. It could sound quite rude. That's a new brand. The Rapid 580V. Looks quite nice. We'll certainly be trying that one out. But yeah, different wheels it can have on it. So the customizations. So I can have the Michelins. Now, see, that's where you notice the changes. So see how it's got a different ride height. So because the Michelins are a bit broader tyre, it raises it up a little bit. Okay. So that's the really good thing about this this 3D view in the shop. You get to see the actual impact straight away. So love that. I really, really do. We have a Fendt loading wagon. We have Chrome. We have the bigger shooter maker as well. Okay. Again, that can have the Trelleborgs or the Michelins. And it's got an extension availability to it as well. So again, you get to see, and this is why this is one of the things I really, really do love about this version of the game. You have the ability to actually see your configuration options as you make the changes to it. Baling technology, something very important we need to know for when we're doing all our grass work. The New Hollands, we have the Kuhns, we have the, from the Kuhn DLC, we have the wrappers and the baler with a wrapper and all that sort of stuff. That's great. The Artisan 4-stack, so the only things we have for stacking of the bales and collecting the bales is these units here. That's interesting. A Flegel Schmetterling. I don't know how that works. We're going to have to try that out. I'm going to have to see what it goes with. FZ3060 and 643R. Don't know what that is. And this is our new bale trailer. And now this actually opens up, these sidebars here lift up. You load your bales in, then you close it down. It actually encages the bales onto the trailer. So that'll be interesting to play with as well. Now there are no auto load trailers in the game base game. That'll all be reliant upon reliant upon modders to come out with that sort of stuff as previously with all their scripting and stuff. So, but that'll come soon enough. Chainsaws, not going to worry about. Forestry equipment, yeah, I'll look at that briefly. We're not going to. It's going to get me on a rant again. All the basic forestry equipment is there again. Nothing really changed, new brand, but all the same stuff there. Animal equipment, we have the Joskin Aquatrans for our water, the forage mixer for our TMR for the cows, another forage mixer there, the Silo King. So we got the Coon and the Silo King. Straw blower. So this is what the War Z is what we use to put our bales of straw in, and then use it on the pigs and the cows and possibly those other things. So there's a couple of different versions of the Warzy. The milk tankers. So in the game, by default, you have to transport the milk from the dairy. It doesn't automatically sell or anything anymore, so you do have to collect it, take it, and sell it, and deal with it. Okay. So we're looking forward to doing that part as well. Animal transport trailers, so they're in there. There's a whole pile of those. We've got the Wilson, the Micheletto, which we had previously, the Joskin, the Big Master. That's for those things that we don't talk about. So that's where that we're not going to be using that. Levelers for our silage work. That's all pretty stock standard. Front loaders. Again, the only addition is we actually have the John Deere one for the John Deere tractors. Other than that, we have the style with all the attachments we've come to love and use previously. The wheel loaders, again, very similar. Got the Magsies and the Lizard. Telehandlers, again, same. Nothing really new there. Skid steer loaders, they've got the Paladin connection attachments, but again, it's all the basic stuff that we had for the JCBs previously. Dollies, we've got one dolly. We've got a crampy dolly. Low loaders, we've got the old Goldhofer low loader back again. Header trailers. Okay, so we've got the header trailer for the TX32 New Holland. We've got some Leguans, and we've got the Crone for the forage harvester. We've got the Roper one for the Roper headers, and one for the Holmers as well. So we've got all the header trailers that we're going to need. Weights. Various brands of weights. We got the Agcos and the Sewers as we had previously. John Deere is obviously an addition for the John Deere, various sizes, and we also have the Fendt 3300 as well. Okay, starting to lose my voice already. All right, belt systems or conveyor systems. So again, there's nothing new there. That's just a rehash of what we had previously, so that's all good. Miscellaneous. What have we got here? So we've got the fuel trailer, which is fine. We've got the trailed lifter, which was previously part of the Big Bud pack. Now the Big Bud is coming as a download sometime soon. And we've got a meadow roller. So this is the same as the old roller, where you can restore the initial ground state and delete fields. Okay. All right. So that's all that sort of stuff. The objects, big bags, pallets, and bales. So we can actually buy bales now, and you can buy up to, I think it was 8 bales at a time. So if you buy one, and again, this shows you the usefulness of the store. Yeah. So you can buy a maximum of 8 bales. Okay. So you can buy them straight off the bat. You don't have to need a mod, anything else like that. If you need to buy some bales to get started with your animals, you can certainly do that from day dot. So that's quite handy. That also includes for your silage bales. Again, 4 is the maximum for those, but you can buy them straight off the bat. Okay. All right. Pallets, standard things. We got the fertilizer. We got the herbicide. Okay, that's for the spraying of the weeds. Pallet saplings, poplar saplings, and sugarcane pallet. So nothing unusual there that we wouldn't expect. Bales we've done. Big bags. Pig food bag. We got an oat bag for those things. We got a wheat bag, a seed bag, a fertilizer bag, and a lime bag for our lime functions. Okay, and then obviously we have the placeables, last but not least. So we have the animal pens. So we have the dog house, we have the chicken coop, large and small. We have a cow pasture, large and small. We have a paddock for those things. We have the pig enclosure, small and large, and we have the sheep enclosures, large and small. Silos, which we looked at just previously when we were setting up our farm, or starting to set up our farm. We have the grain silo, that's a small version. It's 100,000 litre capacity. We have the large grain silo, which is 200,000 litre capacity. The large silo extension, which gives you an extra 100,000 litre capacity. And then you have the hay loft, which is for your hay and straw. Okay, 250,000 litre capacity. Then you have your silage clamps. So you've got everything from medium through to large, small double, medium double, large double. So you've got all those as well. All right, sheds. We looked at the sheds very briefly. We got the Easy Shed 1, 2, and 3. The Easy Shed 2 is actually quite big. That's the one we put in over here. That's okay. It's good to start with. Miscellaneous. So we have the pressure washer, a vehicle workshop. We have the wood chipper. Have a water station. I really am losing my voice. That's all good. Decoration, sandcastle. Now, who was it that said they wanted a sandcastle? I can't remember. A farm barn. Now, these items here, a lot of these are basically just for decoration. Farm garage, farm storage shelter. Well, that's obviously can be used, but yeah. So just be aware. A lot of this stuff is just purely decoration, so you can't go in and access the barn or anything else like that. And the farmhouses. So, as I said at the start of the stream. With the farmhouse, you have 2 different farmhouses by default. In fact, possibly 3. One for each of the maps. So they're a different style for each of the maps. Okay. All right. That's a very brief synopsis of all the equipment. So yeah, that's it. So what we're going to do is, I was going to actually get started into some gameplay, but while I've got no control over my movement, I don't think there's much point. So what we might do is we might just have a look at the other map. There's probably not much point because I can't. That's the problem. I can't walk around. Is there anything you guys want to see while we're here? Class of David. T20, thanks, mate. Welcome for the stream. Aussie Medics in the house. Hello and be good farming day to you all. Okay. So, is there anything particularly you guys want to see that we haven't looked at already? We've seen what happens with the deformation of the ground when we do a placeable, which is not ideal, certainly. And the other thing is too, if we were to remove this silo, this land does not go back to the way it was. So let's just do that. Let's go to the garage. So if I remove that and we go back out, see the land has still remained. In fact, you can even see in deleting it that the very painful not having the W and S key working. You even see the tyre tracks remain where the silo was, so it doesn't remove those. What's the restream link? Does it replace it? No, mate. Normally I actually am restreaming, so that just means that I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, but at the moment it's just YouTube. So that's all. Don't worry about the restream link, mate. You only have to worry about the YouTube link and then the Streamlabs link if you wish to donate. That's the only links you have to worry about, apart from looking at the other friends of the channel's videos and stuff like that. Okay, so when we go to the field, one of the things you do get now is you get the field info. So it's telling me that it's owned by me. Now, if we were playing a multiplayer game, it would tell me who's actually owns the field. It tells me the fruit type, which is sugar beet. It tells me it's growing. It has 0% fertilisation. It has 0% weeds. It needs ploughing and it needs lime. So there you go. So it's not just, lime is not just a replacement for the ploughing. That's basically confirmed it through that. You need to do both. So yeah, anyway, that's all good. All right, let's have a look at, let's go to the shop. So this is the shop area, and again, I really apologise because I cannot move around properly with this keys not working, and it's a game problem because I can use the keys with the tractor but not in the actual when walking. But yeah, so this is the shop. So obviously over here is customization, your money, and then your actual purchase area over there. How much is the cow stuff? All right, let's have a look. So as in what, the pens and that you mean, Jason? I'm assuming that's what you mean. So for the small cow pasture, it's 100,000, and I'm assuming that's takes up to 50 cows. And the large cow pasture, it takes up to 200 cows, is 300,000. The large one will cost you $300 a day in maintenance, and the other one will cost you $100 a day in maintenance. All right, what else is there to have a look at? Head over here to the barn. So this is our sell point, or one of our sell points. The map itself does look really nice, like the actual quality of the map and the foliage and all that sort of stuff. As a lot of people have said, not a huge fan of the grass texture. It could be better. But I guess it serves a purpose, the fact that it shows the tractor and that going over it and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's not too bad. I'm just going to see if I can quickly go back in here. I want to see. I'll make sure we've not got anything we've missed. Walk forward, walk backward. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I just did default settings. All right. Let me see. And I've still got no forward or back walking. Okay, that's a good question, T. Let's have a look. Let's go to the map. Oh, right near the animal dealer anyway. All right, so if we go to the animal dealer and I think what you had to do is you had to actually have the pens installed to buy animals. So what we'll do is we'll go to the shop. Let's put in a cow pasture. You do not have enough money. Oh, that's right. Okay, so one of the other things that was not sort of pointed out initially is the fact that when you buy your placeables, so the stock price for this was $100,000, right? So let's go back. So the cow pasture is $100,000. No worries. We got 100 and what have we got? We got 133,000 available to us. Okay. The problem with this whole mechanism is that you also have to pay for the terraforming. So as you can see at the moment, for me to put my cow pasture here at my farm, it's actually going to cost me $350,000 to $400,000 because the terraforming it's got to do. So when we are playing on the really hard mode, it is going to be exceptionally hard, because you may think you've saved up enough money to place your pens or whatever else, but then you find you've got to spend an extra $400,000, for instance, on terraforming. And then, if you then decide that's not where you want to put it, and you remove it and want to replace it, the terraforming stays, and you've got to spend all the money to terraform again wherever you're going to put it. So I think that, and look, I understand the realism aspect of it. I understand you have to pay for the terraforming, but I think it's just a little bit out of whack. I think it's a little bit too expensive, and I think depending on the game mode, depends on how much you should be paying. And I mean, that may well be the case. We haven't looked at the other game modes yet. But I don't like this idea that you spend $100,000 for a cow pen, and then you got to spend another $300,000 to terraform it. And then when you look at it, if I actually look at the land that we're on, if I can actually get my keyboard to rotate and do what I want it to do, that area is actually relatively flat. I mean, it's not perfectly flat, I know that, but still, it's a lot of money to terraform it. So that's the unfortunate part with it. So yeah. All right. What's the bale physics like? Don't know. Haven't looked at bales yet. Haven't got that far yet, mate. All right. What we might do is we might just jump out of this one now. Which has got to work out how to get out of that now. How do we get out? Right. Quick game. Brings us back to the menu. No worries, Fabio. Thanks for stopping by, mate. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. There'll be a lot more coming, but we've just got to overcome these little glitches first. Let's go back in here to the keyboard. Brake accelerator set. Where was walk? Definitely there. Alright. Gamepad controls. They look as though they've stayed, which is fine. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll let's go to this one. We'll go to Ravenport. So this one has actually already been set up. So we already own land, we already own the placeables, the farm, all that is set down as I understand it. So we'll just have a look and see what this one does. And we'll also see if this bug replicates. Because it obviously has to be a bug. The fact that I can't walk forward and back, but I can drive a tractor forward and back with the keys, shows us there's something sort of wrong there. So I wonder if there are any areas set aside so you don't have to terraform. Quite possibly, and certainly it would depend on the map that's made by... would you like a short guided tour? No, we don't. Okay, so here we are, we're at the scenic little area, which is where they started off with some of the live streams and that. And I still can't walk forward. So this is basically, to me, a game-breaking bug. I certainly hope no one else gets it. Maybe it's just a glitch with my system, but there's absolutely no reason. So I'm pressing forward at the moment and back, W and S, no change. Whereas if I go forward on the combine and I go back on the combine with the keyboard, that works fine. So sorry Giants, but this is a game-killing bug. So this will be all part of my lovely rant. Alright, what we'll do is we'll just do a little bit of work. Need to unfold. Unfolds very quickly. That's probably one thing, that stairwell that quick is probably something not so good. Alright, let's just see how it goes. A little bit of combining. We just did a little bit of... Oh, is that right, Michael? Okay. Well, it has to be something strange because I can control the vehicles fine with the W and S key, but I can't walk with it. So I'll write a bug ticket for Giants and see what they have to say. We'll also restart the game. Well, we've already restarted the game and it's still parent. So all right. So the straw swath is not improved. Still looks the same. There's been numerous comments about that by various people. And by the way, welcome, Michael. I don't think I've seen you in my streams before, so welcome. Yes, we're not going to go back over that, but it is good seeing the birds flying out of the field, all that sort of stuff. A little bit of extra detail. We'll get rid of that. Again, you can see the cab. The appointments of the cab is quite good. Detail is quite good, which is what you'd expect from Giants. You would expect nothing less. You don't want to be seeing a very second-rate, average-looking cab or anything else. Shadows from the birds are very good as well. Now, obviously, we don't have GPS and we don't have courseplay. Hopefully they will be coming very soon. GPS we're not 100% sure on because the maker of GPS, he's now fully enveloped in CNC, the other game of this nature that we won't talk about because it's annoyed me since I put money into it. But courseplay should be out at some stage. That is being worked on. And also we're looking forward to getting seasons as well. The crew have been busy working on seasons. Oh, that's it. Does it destroy the crops? Oh, come on now. As you can see. So you can see here how it, this is one of the things we're talking about, how it pushes the stuff out of the way, the crop and that out of the way. And then as we've come back over it, so you can see the tyres and that they're pushing, and the header's sort of pushing. If I lower the header, I actually don't because it's on. Let's lower the header now. Right, so you can see how it's actually pushing all the crops out of the way, and then it sort of comes back up. The tyres then push it back down. Then at the end of the combine, it's all flicking back up again. That is one of the really good looking things in the game. So it's a bit of attention to detail that is fantastic. So that looks really, really nice. Okay. So, so this is the farm we've been given for this this map, which is fine. So we've got the shed over there. We've got the barn there, the famous barn where the John Deere and all that was. We've got a silo running sideways. This is going to be funny. Shed over there. The farmhouse is down there. We've got a Fiat there. So yeah. All right. So I think what we might do is we might call the stream there because I really need to sort out this bug, find out whether it's definitely just yeah, it is a small field. Elroy, welcome. I want to find out whether this is actually a bug, see if I can get it repaired or whatever's going on, because it's really going to be the point of being unplayable to actually play the game without the W and S key working correctly. So we will be back a little bit later today and tonight with more from Farming Simulator 19. Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this initial first look at Farming Simulator 19. And like I said, we'll be back and getting straight into it as soon as we can. We will be starting 2 direct Let's Play series, one on each of the maps, Ravenport and Felsbrunn. We won't be doing a Estancia de la Pancha, or whatever the hell you call it. but we will be getting a Let's Play on those, and we'll be doing the 2 different styles. We'll do the very basic level, which is probably this one, and then we'll probably do the hard one as well. Now, obviously, we're going to be competing with everyone else in the world that's doing this and streaming it, but I certainly do hope that you'll come back and join us as we do those live streams and also get those Let's Play series going. So, until next time, don't forget to press the like button if you liked the episode. If you didn't like the stream, then press the dislike button, that's okay. And don't forget to subscribe, and also to press that little alarm icon so you get notified when we do go live or we have got a video released. And until next time, we will see you again very, very soon, back here, finally, on Farming Simulator 19. Yeah, if I do get the bug fixed soon, T, I'll be back as soon as I possibly can. So I could be back within the next 15-20 minutes or so, but we'll just see how that goes. Thanks for joining us, Michael, T, Elroy, Aussie Farmer, Fabio, Farmer Klein. Wonderful having you all here. Go out and enjoy Farming Sim, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks so much for joining us. See you later. Bye.